guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you're having an awesome day today. Today I'm going to be trying out the BH Cosmetics Pearl for June eyeshadow palette right here. This little palette recently launched, and BH Cosmetics has been doing a birthstone collection all year round, so a palette each month for the birthstone of the month. And today I really wanted to try out the June palette with you guys. So in today's video I'm going to show you some swatches. I'm going to give you a tutorial for this eyeshadow look right here, and I'm going to give you my overall thoughts about this palette and let you know if I think it's worth it or not. So if you want to see that, then just keep on watching. Okay guys, so here's the BH Cosmetics Pearl for June mini eyeshadow palette. You get a total of 7 shadows in here. You get a mirror, which I love. This palette retails for only $9, which is my favorite part, so it's super affordable. You get a total of 3 mattes, 3 shimmers, and 1 pressed glitter. And I did swatch it in my hand. This palette swatched very nicely. It's extremely pigmented, like super duper pigmented, and actually really nice and blendable, buttery soft. I enjoyed all the formulas that I tried today. The only palette that I've tried from this whole like collection, the birthstone collections, has been the May palette, the Emerald from May palette, because May is my birthday month, and I was just really excited to see like this emerald inspired palette. So I tried that out last month, and I'll link it somewhere here if you guys want to check that out. But I haven't tried out any of the other palettes. May was the first month that I felt like I needed the palette, so I decided to go ahead and try out June. It's not the most exciting palette in my opinion. When you look at it, it's pretty like neutral, but it's so affordable, and I loved the formula from the May palette. I decided to go ahead and try it out. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get into today's tutorial, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, the first thing I'm going to do is prime my eyelids using the NYX eyeshadow base in the shade White. And I'm just going to use my finger to apply this all over my eyelids, getting near the brow bone. Now I'm dipping into that brown Visionary, and I'm going to use this small brush from Morphe. There's no number on it. It just looks like a crease brush to me, and I'm going to apply this all over my crease. And this shadow is very intense, which I did enjoy, but keep in mind that it is very intense. So go with a light hand. You don't need to go in with too much pigment to get it to build up, but I'm just taking my time, making sure that I have a nice and even application. And I'm also going to bring it all the way into my inner lid and outer lid as well, creating sort of a round shape. I'm just making sure that I have enough pigment all over that area because I'm doing a cut crease today. But it's really a nice shadow to work with because I feel like it's hard to get patchiness because it's so rich and buttery and pigmented. But I'm going to the front part of my lid and the outer part as well, and then just slowly building that pigment and creating my shape. Now I'm dipping into that light peachy shade Sensitive, and I'm using a Luxie 237 blending brush, and this is a small blending brush, and it's going to allow me to be very precise with my blending. So I'm blending all of that very harsh looking shadow that you see right there. This shade is perfect to blend out with. I really enjoyed it. So I'm just going right where that shadow ends, and I'm slowly doing circular motions upwards just to extend the shadow and blend it and create this very soft line right there. That just looks really a little bit more natural than it did earlier, and it's just really pretty and natural and seamless, at least a little bit. It's never going to be perfect, but for me it's perfect enough. But I really enjoy these two together. I think they go wonderful, and that peachy shade is really nice. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease, and I'm using this flat lid brush from Morphe, and I'm also using the LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer. And this is in the shade Flat White Corrector. And I'm going to place a little bit on my lid. Then I'm going to look up, and wherever it lands, I'm going to follow that as a guide to cut right there on my crease. So I'm not doing a full cut crease. I'm only going to cut like the center of my lid because I want to focus the shimmer there, and I really wanted to lighten that area. And we are going to make it a little bit more natural and like add more shimmer towards the front of the eye. But I really wanted to focus the shimmer in the center so that it could be like the focus. So I'm just creating sort of an almost square shape. Trying to make it more perfect towards the crease. But when I'm getting down, it doesn't have to be too perfect because we are going to like blend and make it look more natural, which is the look that I prefer. But I'm going to just keep adding some of that corrector to the whole area to make it nice and even for the application of the shimmer. Now I'm dipping into that beautiful yellow gold shimmer Silly, and I'm using a very small lid brush from Morphe, and I'm going to apply this all over wherever I cut my crease. I'm first focusing it just on where the crease is cut and making sure that I have like a very nice and saturated lid so that this color really stands out, because I want some contrast. The reason why I cut my crease is because I just want it to be, I wanted to see some contrast between the brown and this gold shimmer. And it's just so pretty. But now I'm going to extend it towards the front of my lid a little bit, because I want that shimmer to be around there as well, but I want it to look a little bit more natural. And now I'm going to go in with the darkest shadow in the palette, which is called Popular, and I'm using the same Morphe brush from earlier, and I'm going to place this on the outer corner of my eye, and I'm going to blend it upwards and into right around the outer crease, not going forward too much, because I really wanted that lid to pop and I didn't want to go with too much brown. But I think the contrast is really pretty, and I was very impressed. I was kind of making things up as I went, and I wasn't expecting to like this look as much as I did, but I think the contrast between these shadows is really, really nice. Now I'm going in with the blending brush from Morphe, and I'm just going to blend out the outer edge just to make it look a little bit nicer and just more perfected. I felt like I was missing something, so I took some NYX glitter primer and applied it to around the inner corner, but sort of outwards, not too close to my eye, and decided to try to apply that glitter topper spontaneous. I had a really hard time getting it to apply. Maybe it's the way that I applied this glitter primer. I honestly don't work with glitter toppers too much, but it just wasn't building. So I went in with the brush and tried to make it nicer, like the application of the primer, and then try to apply the glitter on top. I just wanted to be a little different, try something new, but I went in with my finger to also build it up, and it did look nice, but like not my favorite. I ended up fixing it later, but I really wanted to try out that glitter topper and overall just like every shadow in the palette. But I feel like something that I don't know how to work with glitter primer. Maybe it's my fault. But then I went in with that beautiful, like very pretty shimmer Bossy, and applied it underneath my lower lash line, just because again I wanted to use every shadow. And this is really pretty, sort of like a copper shimmer. Really, really nice. So I applied it all over underneath my lower lash line, and then I went in with the brown Popular again and applied it to the outer part of underneath my lower lash line, and sort of attached it to the top outer corner to make it a little bit more seamless and get some more contrast going on. And I really enjoyed the way that those two look together. Now I needed to use the star of the palette, which is called Pearl, and I decided to attempt to fix that glitter, applying this right on top of it, and it really did work. It looks so beautiful. So I applied it right on top, and you get that beautiful pearl white color, but the glitter is also like peeking through even more now. So I know for next time I might do something like apply this first and then the glitter on top. It just looks really pretty and nice and reflective. And I also decided to apply it to underneath my brow bone, and I think this is the perfect shade to use as a highlighter, which I might do in the future. And then I'm going in with the Wonder Beauty Skyliner Jet Black eyeliner, and I'm gonna apply this to my waterline. I just really wanted to get some contrast, and I like black liner in my waterline. Then I took the Maybelline Hyper Easy brush tip liner in pitch black and applied it as a wing liner on top. Then I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back to show you guys the final look. Okay guys, so this is how the look turned out. I'm very happy with it. I took so long because I was really enjoying myself. When I take my time and like play with makeup, I really end up, I don't know, having fun. Like I didn't feel rushed. Sometimes I'm just trying to review a product, but today I was really getting creative, and I think that this palette turned out to be more fun than I expected it to be. All the shadows performed very nicely. The pressed glitter wasn't the best for me, but it's not the palette's fault, it's just me. I used some glitter glue and try to get it on my over here, and now I like it, but it was just not like, it's just me. I'm not used to using like pressed glitters. But let me show you guys really fast what I'm wearing on my lips, because I also had a hard time with that like I always do. I went ahead and lightly lined my lips using the St. Luxe Love Letter lip liner, which is a brown. I just did not know what combo to use on my lips. Then I went in with the Half Caked Beauty lip fondant in Theme Song, which turned out to be way too like on the red side. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I chose that, but then over that I went in with the Persona Cosmetics Honey Gloss, and I feel like that helped out just a tad bit. And that's what I ended up with. I don't know if it matches the whole vibe, but overall I'm happy with the look. I'm really happy to have played with makeup today. I feel really pretty. I enjoy this palette. I like the look. The end result really made me happy, and I ended up using every single shadow in the palette, so I feel like I really got a good feel for it, and the formula is amazing. I'm very impressed with the formula, and I can't wait to like keep playing with it. It's perfect for traveling. It's so small, really nice and travel friendly. But overall, I think that's it, guys. I really enjoyed today's video. Hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to subscribe before you go, and I'll see you all in my next video. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye. Mwah.